Welcome, everyone, to another Game Hoarder production. I am proud, so proud, to finally present to you Waxworks. I've been wanting to LP this game for quite a bit. Good evening, sir. You were expected. Would you be so kind as to enter? Welcome to your uncle's Waxworks. I'm his assistant. Please, may I have your ticket? Now, this is the GOG.com version, which I'm assuming is ripped. Your uncle instructed me to give you this crystal ball, sir. I believe it's an old family heirloom. I know your uncle always guarded it very carefully. At last, nephew, you've come! You and you alone can complete my life's work and rid our family of the witch's ancient curse. Within these walls, you will find that I've collected together the most evil of all the twins that have been born to past generations of our family. By the use of powerful magic, you must enter their worlds, find and kill them, and destroy the power that feeds the curse. Then and only then will you be able to find the way to rid our family of this terrible curse forever. So that you may fully understand this terrible curse, I've given the family's lawyer a very important letter for you. You should have read it before you came here. If haste has prevented you from reading it, I strongly suggest you read it now, so that you understand what is before you to complete. Each exhibit within my Waxworks bears a plaque, which when read will tell you something about the evils that await you. Good luck, and remember, I may be able to help you later, but it will cost you. Communing with the dead has a terrible draining effect on the psychic energy of a living human. Please enter the Waxworks through the door at the end of the corridor. Alright, and here we are. We have the Pyramid Waxwork. The Mine Waxwork. Jack the Ripper Waxwork. And the Graveyard Waxwork. Now, I've actually got a bit of a story to tell you. I've LP'd and I started recording this a week ago and got through 3 of the Waxworks. Well, I got to the Mine Waxwork, and I don't know if it was because I was using a ripped version, which yes I was, sorry everyone. I do own an original copy, as you well know if you've seen my 2013 collection video. It's in there and I still have it. So anyways, I was using a ripped version, and when I got into the Mine Waxwork, the dialogue for characters you need to talk to has completely disappeared, so you couldn't finish the game. Not only that, but you can get a certain length in these scenarios, and if you've messed up in the beginning and not done something right, you have to start the whole thing over or restore to a previous save. So if you're attempting to do this blind by yourself and without any help, make sure you do a shitload of save games. I'm going to be doing these from hardest to easiest, what's considered hardest to easiest. The only one I haven't completed, as I've never actually beat this game completely, is the Graveyard, which supposedly is the easiest. Jack the Ripper is the hardest, so we're going to start with that one. Work our way down, because I have experience with this after this will be the 3rd time I've done Jack the Ripper. Learning the hard way. The 8th evil twin lived in Victorian London and soon became known as the terrible Jack the Ripper. From what I've been able to gather, the motive of his terrible crimes was to provide sacrifices to Beelzebub. In order to do this, he would arrange meetings with the call girls that were so common in that day, and then brutally murder them. The police hunted for the evil killer for months, but to no avail, as he always narrowly avoided capture. Mobs of vigilantes roamed the streets at night looking for the evil killer. One night, the infamous killer disappeared without a trace, and no more murders of that type were committed. The populace credited Jack's disappearance to a call girl that had supposedly fought back and killed him. The body was alleged to have fallen into the River Thames and floated out to sea. There is evidence to suggest that a stranger in the area that night had something to do with it. He too disappeared without a trace that same night. So as you can see, this is the Elvira type engine here. Body of a dead girl whose throat has recently been slitted. Not slutted. The reason why this Jack the Ripper one is considered... this was my test game I was doing. Is considered the hardest is because there's police that actively stalk around the streets looking for you, and if they capture you, you're in deep dookie. You'll also notice every step I take at the bottom there is giving me more and more experience, so you want to make sure you explore all over. And you go up levels just like that. So there's a police officer. They will walk around, and I will try to show as many of the deaths as I can. And then you have stationary police officers like that don't move. If they have a flashlight raised up at you, then you know that they are actively moving. And you're going to want to be careful. So we want to go grab these... Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Going over the icons, this goes to your inventory. It shows your inventory. You can, of course, click and examine everything. We have the dead girl's handbag here. Let's look in that. And we're going to take the diary and the money out of it. I'm going to start creating a bunch of saves. Here's the mob. That's him! That's the bloke that was seen near that girl! Let's get him! And the mob beats the living piss and shit out of you. So yeah. Watch out for the mob. And like I said, save a lot. You can come out of a doorway and be dead, just like that. So you gotta kind of learn to run. You gotta search. Some of these doors open, some aren't. In this one, you don't actually get into any fights, so it is important that you go down all the different alleyways and get as many experience points as you can, because we will be fighting Jack the Ripper at the very end, and you want to be at least level 6 to fight him. We need to go past this barrel, I believe. The cop caught up to me. I know you! You're the gent who was seen near the poor girl. You're him, aren't you? You're the Ripper. Taken back to the cells overnight, hauled before the judge the next morning, unjustly found guilty and sentenced to hang for your ancestors' crimes. So yes, you will see me continually die here as well, while I go looking around for things. This beginning part is actually the toughest. When you start heading into different areas of this city, there's less police or bobbies or whatever the fuck they're called. Door is sealed. I usually make 4 or 5. Oh shit, ran right into him. 4 or 5 saves per scenario. And that's why I wanted to do this one first, is to get it over with. It can be kind of a bitch. There's always a copper right there. You can never get through that archway. Fuck! The guy almost got me. Ah, the mob! I'm not going the way I want to go, but there is times like this where you're going to get forced. See, now they're going to come down the stairs here. Kind of a pain in the ass. You can stand here right in front of the cop and they won't do shit. I don't know if they'll come back up this arch. If they do, I am done. You can also use the music. When it's kind of like hyped up like that. Getting some decent XP from running around, so... Not even sure that's saved. The previous recording I was doing of this, I did not have the frames up on... Okay, good, finally. We needed to sneak in this door when the cop wasn't there so we could get this rope. You're not gonna get me, cop, huh? So now we want to head far south of the city. You can see I'm trying to take different paths. When you get in these rooms, make sure you hit all the little spaces like I'm doing. It's not super important to get every single one, but as you can see, I just hit another level. Now I'm level 5. 150 experience. There's no real time limit on these. And we want to grab this plank here. So I should be good. I'm definitely going to get level 6 by the end of this. These missions are all pretty lengthy, and until you know what you're doing, they're very difficult, especially this one. This took me a while to figure out. I had to look up a couple of the solutions. But I'm kind of glad I have to redo this just because the movement is so much better with the frames fixed. It was very sluggish looking, and the reaction time to me hitting the key was terrible. So you want to find this ladder once you have the rope and the plank. You'll notice here on the left side of the screen it shows our directions. We can instantly turn around. We can use these directions. And then when we're going down things, like ladders, you can see you can use these to go up and down. This shows us, this is kind of our hit chart here. When we attack someone, we'll get a number in here, which will show what we rolled more or less to hit. You can use your compass here, which replaces this with directions. And then we have our globe, our little crystal ball to summon our uncle or whatever. Grandfather, I can't even remember now, but anyways. Drop the plank down here. And we're going to tie the rope around this chimney and use it to go down. The sleep here is just to pause the game. And then, of course, you can save, restore, and quit here. So I'm not going to rush through these. I'm still going to kind of show you all the rooms and graphics and deaths that I can. I want to make it a full, complete LP. But in all these games, you should know, you can pick up tons of shit that you don't need. Like, I could take this coal scuttle. You don't need it for the mission. So I'm not going to pick up a bunch of things that I don't need, but I will show them to you. You can kind of examine different things. Sometimes it will tell you. In this room, it's jack shit. But it's still showing off the different rooms and scenes, and all the graphics is fun. The plaque reads Proco Banyan and Bolhiva, lawyer and commissioners for Os. So like a hearth brush, we could take that. Pigeonholes, letters in on the clock. Here's a picture. It's the founder of the firm. The clock, it's a wooden mantelpiece clock. Very brief descriptions. What do we have here on the desk? We have a filing tray. Let's look in there. That gives us a map. And we also want to grab this letter out of here. A letter from the Customs and Excise about bonding some tea in a warehouse on the riverfront. Within the letter is a key. We will need that key later. We also have a map here that we can use. Shows us the different streets. This helps out a lot when you grab this. You can kind of draw down a map, you know, if you're not using Google. Back in the day, of course, you needed to have this map handy. So yeah, this is going to be a different style LP just because the first time I was going through this, I was not sure what the hell I was going to do. So here we want to take a jacket, a waistcoat, and let's grab a top hat. And then we want to wear all of them. I kind of wish your picture over here in the upper left changed. It kind of reflected what you were wearing, but it doesn't. So we're going to need this clothing to blend in later at one of the taverns, so make sure you grab it. It's a poster of a man in a rather smart suit. I think that's all we can do here. I'm going off of memory. So if I forget something, that's on me. We'll go back out the window, climb back up the rope. And go in this adjacent building. On this one, all the doors are locked, so we just go to the very bottom. And we have all kinds of things in here that you can fuck with. Leather, file, boot, hook, drawers and screws, wax. 6 drawers containing all sorts of cobbler's paraphernalia. This is the shoe shop guy. We want to grab this pencil. And we also want to take both these keys. Alright, I think we have everything here once we grab this other key. Always pick up keys. Rule of thumb. Let's go ahead and get out of here. This door is locked. As are most of the doors here in London, apparently. So we're going to head back to the attic and get the fuck out of this ghetto. No need to pick up any of the things that you use normally. Just leave them where they're at. It's kind of a one-item use game. But don't forget to save. So now we have some keys. We can get to some different places here. Here comes the angry mob, run! We need to get up north, but of course they're going to block me with copperoonies. Use the skeleton key to unlock the door. I want to grab these medical supplies up here specifically. They are sleeping pills, or sleeping powder. 4 bottles of kaolin and several packages of sleeping pills. And then we're going to mix that with the guts. Lace the animal guts with the sleeping pills. See, we have tons of stuff to look at. This always kind of blew my mind back when these games came out because you could interact with so much on the screen, and I just loved it. A display poster for a brand of liver pills. An advertising poster for a new brand of disinfectant powder. You can never leave out the front door, so we will go the way we came. And let's save. Okay. So now we want to make our way back to where we saw that barrel and heard that dog barking. You throw the animal guts to the dog and he eats it. He falls asleep as the sleeping pills take effect. Now, I might have fucked myself because I got up there with the cop right in front of us, but looks like he moved. He couldn't see me standing on that barrel there. We're going to unlock this safe that we found behind these clothes. And we want to grab that pocket watch. I also like taking this shotgun even though we don't really need it. But what we do really need is down here, this cane. If you examine it, you see that it is a gentleman's sword stick. It's basically a sword hidden within a cane. That's going to be the one weapon we will be able to use. Also, make sure you look in this vase in the upper left and grab this whistle. You have various other little items. Whoa, it's a fucking bear! A large stuffed brown bear. Another thing you want to do is check out this diary. So let's look at it. You can see it's from someone like MJ Pym. We should never have kept silent for so long. I fear my life now, and I am being watched. He's killed all the others, and now there's... Use your pencil here to rub on that. There's only myself and Molly Pocket. I must send her a letter and arrange to meet her. So Molly Pocket is the key name we want to get from that. And remember, team, save. Heading to the Black Bull Tavern. Good evening, sir. What can I get you? Nothing, thanks, but I do need some information. Certainly, sir, but surely you'd care to partake of some of my fine ale first, sir? I brew it myself, and it's the best you get around these parts. You persuaded me. I'll have a pint. You won't regret trying some of this stuff, sir. That'll be half a shilling, please. Here's your drink, sir. I don't remember seeing you around these parts before. So the very first time I recorded this, which of course is scrapped, I got here, but I had gotten mugged. There's this place where you can get mugged from thugs, and they take your money. And I didn't think, okay, well, I didn't think that I would need the money necessarily, or I'd be able to find more money. I just didn't, it didn't register that the game would fuck me over to where you can lose something that you need later. Well, I ended up recording a couple videos and finally making it here after lots and lots of work. And I didn't have any money to buy a drink, and it was game over. Restart from the beginning, more or less, because the first thing you pick up in the beginning is the girl's purse with the money in it. So yeah, this game can be brutal if you don't know what you're doing. I'm looking for entertainment, like some pussy. Ah, you're talking to the wrong man, sir. You want the chap over there in the tweed jacket? He looks a bit seedy to me. In his line of work, it pays to look a bit seedy, if you know what I mean. Oh, you mean he's a pimp for those two bitches? Not so loud, sir. Pimps aren't very popular in this neck of the woods since people figure the Ripper is being fed girls by a crooked pimp. Sorry, new around here. Just watch your step at the moment, sir. They have hung all sorts for being the Ripper, but he's still out there. I'd get my hands on some sort of map if I were new around here, so as to make sure I didn't get lost. Good idea. Where can I get one? Maybe out of my fucking pocket. The only one I've seen around here recently is in the lawyer's office across the street. They open at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for your information. Thank you. I must really be off. Thank you, sir. Oh, and a spot of advice, sir. I'd watch your valuables when sitting next to this gentleman. He's rather fond of the odd pocket watch or two. Fare you well. And that wraps it up for this video, folks. Fare thee well as well. I'll see you soon with more Waxworks. Happy Ron Stocktober, baby!